What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Next Win podcast with your host, Aunt Ma, co-host Justin Vaseur. What is so funny?
This fool.
What? What do you mean?
He's like,
You doing a princess wave?
Yes.
There's like a parade? We got our honorary guest here, Mr. William Wynn. Thank you for coming back. As always, we love it when you're here, and I'm sure all the listeners do as well.
Hope so.
So today's episode, we're going to be talking about a lot of programs here, specifically for Nevada or Las Vegas. Are there any down payment assistance? I know there are because we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about every single one and what they have to offer and how you guys can get down payment assistance for Nevada. And what is down payment assistance? It's when you get free money from the state, right? Is it the government or the state?
The states.
Okay. The state will give you money to buy a home.
Help. Some cases give, right? Or sometimes lend, but it's to help.
Okay. So I guess there's two parts to the question then. We're talking about loan programs where you'll get help with down payments. You know, some programs will give you $15,000 or something like that, and now you can buy a home. Then there are grants where the grants are free money. And I don't know if Vegas has grants yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still, because we've been biased because I'm from California, so I know a lot about the California programs. So Nevada, I've been doing a lot of research for Nevada because we have clients in Nevada too. So I'm still researching, so don't mind my phone.
I know there are a bunch of new programs that just came out, right? Yeah. So like this is all new information here.
Yeah.
Nevada now has down payment assistance programs.
Yep.
I'm sure they've had them in the past, but all the new stuff with new regulations, William will go over them right now.
I don't think a lot of people know about it because not a lot of people ask. I think the more people ask about because California announces it a lot. I haven't never heard Nevada announcing hey, we have a down payment assistance program.
Here's the thing. Right? California, people are always asking because it's so damn expensive. Yep. But in Nevada, people can afford it, so they don't ever ask for the programs.
Because I checked the program, it's not a lot of people. There's still a limit, but it's not a lot of people taking it. Like if this program was in California, I'd be gone like that. Yeah.
When you have out of state money coming to Vegas, people aren't thinking about it. They're already like, this is a great deal, right? Mm-hmm. But then maybe the Vegas locals, if they knew about it, then they would use the programs. All right, so what kind of programs do we have out here? One is called The Home is Possible.
Home is Possible, so the HIP for short. So that program is for first-time home buyers.
Okay.
Right? So you have to be a first-time home buyer, and it has to be a primary residence.
Is it just like California
It's
where...
just like California.
It doesn't really mean first-time home buyer. It's like after 3 or 4 years, you're a first-time home buyer again?
Yes, you cannot own a home in the past 3 years. And you can be considered a first-time homer. So let's say you own a home, you sold it, and you've been renting for the past 3 years. Now you're back to your first-time home buyer again.
Interesting.
So that's the requirement. So this program will help you with up to 4% for down payment of the purchase price. 40% of the purchase price for your down payment or closing costs, basically. And it is. I'm reading a little bit here. It is forgivable. This is the cool thing. If you live in the house for 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting.
So if you live in the home for 7 years, you don't have to pay it back.
Nope.
None of it.
Forgivable.
And you don't have capital gains because it's been 7 years.
Yep.
So that's a double bonus. But when you said 3 to 4% of purchase price,
up to 4%.
Up to 4% of purchase price. And what is the max purchase price?
Yes, the max purchase price. There is the catch. The max purchase price. Let me give you the exact number here. They're very, very exact about it. I think it's 500. And give me one moment. I apologize.
So let's say that the max purchase price is, in the $500,000.
$548,250.
Okay.
Really?
That is the max to use this program.
That's pretty good, no?
It is pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Can you bust out your calculator? What is 4% of that? So what is the max amount of free money you can get from the state of Nevada?
What did I say? 548,250.
This is what a lender.
$21,930.
Wow,
that's pretty crazy.
Free money.
Yeah.
Well, you have to live there for 7 years, and it has to be a primary residence. You actually have to live there for 7 years.
What if you? Okay, so if you rented it out,
if you want it to be forgivable, right?
Right.
Yes.
Correct. So what? So if you wanted to rent it out, you can do that, but you can't because
You're not
that's
supposed to.
fraud.
Yes,
right?
that's fraud. That's
So
fraud.
now you're committing
We're not-
fraud,
we're not
committing
talking about
crime.
that.
You don't want to do that.
No.
So
Wait, why is that fraud?
Because to qualify for the program, you agree that this is your primary residence. You're not going to rent it out.
you signed under
Yeah.
all the documents that
This is my
this
primary
is
residence.
your home
Yep.
for.
Like, let's
Ever.
say if you house hack.
Gay?
That's a little gray area.
Yeah. Let's.
I would say you
'Cause
can't
that's-
do that either.
Really?
I would recommend if we use these programs. I would use these programs to use it as your primary residence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is where the court of law comes in. So
We want
It's
to
a hard
guide our
no.
audience in the correct way.
it's definitely a hard no.
Yes.
Okay?
Hard no.
But if you
Yeah.
went to court because you decided that your brother, your uncle moved in, and you charge your uncle $100 a month,
Right.
okay, you might get away with it because it's not like you're making money off it. It's $100 a month. You're just trying to give him some responsibilities. But if it was like an actual number that's getting charged for rent per each room, that's at the standard, like $600 to $800 a month, then I kind of understand it. Like that's a hard no. You can't do that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a hard no. I'm just trying to.
It's a hard no.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that.
But the other thing is, damn, what was the other question?
The advantage is it has a good rate too. So it's kind of like the Cajafa loan in California, a more attractive rate. This is basically to help first-time home buyers getting a home in Nevada. So
Okay, so if they sold their home within 7 years, what is the penalty?
good question. I don't know. I don't have that answer right here.
See,
But
these
I will find that answer, and we will have that answer. But there's always a catch, right? You have to stay for 7 years. Most likely, you have to pay like a certain
percentage,
because it's still a loan, right? So it's basically a loan, and it's usually a percentage. For example, the California one, the Cajafa, it's called a My Home, and it's a 1% interest rate, and it's deferred, right? So I'm assuming it's the same thing, like 1%
What
on
is
the loan.
what does 1% interest rate deferred mean?
Means you still get charged the 1% on that loan, whatever amount you borrowed.
Oh,
But
I see.
instead of making payments every month, it's deferred. That amount that you're supposed to pay that month is deferred until you refinance the loan or sell your house, and then that's when it comes due. So they just put it away like a rain check. All right, they just put it away, and then when you sell your house, you have to pay it up.
That big
So
chunk.
So this is the same thing. So it's the same concept, but the only difference is here. If you stay there for 7 years, that little account, you go, okay, forget it. You don't have to pay it back.
I see.
But if you sell it, you're gonna have to pay that amount back, basically.
Yeah, I'm really curious what the other catches are.
That's it. The catch is if
said
you sold
primary-
early,
Yeah.
you would have
Or
to give
I
it
guess
back.
penalties or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
you would have to pay it back. So for throughout this episode, he'll probably find out, or we can just wait.
Then that seems amazing.
It is a good program.
Yeah, I mean, even if
Like, why wouldn't someone do that?
It's because the income qualification. So the maximum income for the family to qualify for this program is 103. Let me give you the exact number: $103,000. Your income, right?
Okay.
And then the minimum credit score is 640. And then if you have a credit score of under 680, your maximum debt to income. So basically, how much house you can afford, like all your debt versus the house, it has to be under 45%. If it's above 680 and above, then you go like the maximum is like 50. So 49.99, that's the maximum. So that just determines.
Are you following,
You
Justin?
folling? So
Yeah, I'm
basically,
following.
that
Are
takes-
you really?
Yeah.
I actually read about
Yeah,
this.
so yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically this determines how much house you can buy
Yeah.
with your income. Yeah. So basically, how much house you want to, the house debt you want to be in? Yeah, house poor. That's the word. Yes.
So like, let's say you own a business, right? And you pay yourself out from the business,
Legit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and you pay yourself that amount. Could you
Okay.
qualify for it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
I
though
think
your
so.
business is making millions.
Yeah, because you don't have to pay yourself.
If you pay yourself, we use that income, but if it depends on how much percentage ownership of the business. It gets complicated with businesses.
You know,
Right.
yeah. Don't listen to me. I'm not a CPA.
Yeah. So basically, let's say for the best example is you have your $1 million business, but you write everything off. So your business owes you zero, and you pay yourself $100,000. Then we use that amount. It's tricky, but usually they don't. Usually, we if you own a business, we calculate business income too. So in this scenario, it will help for you to qualify because we can count that 100,000 as income as well on top of your business. But for minimum, it's kind of that's the question for your CPA.
Yep. So if you guys know a lot about taxes and accounting, please drop in the comments so you can help us out and answer that question.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, the other catch is also that it probably costs you some money to get this program. So like if you got a regular program, like you have lender fees, loan fees, bank fees, all this stuff, right?
There's
Closing
a fee.
costs,
Yeah.
all standard. But when you have special programs, it usually costs a little bit more, and that's another catch.
Yep. Nothing's ever free. Like I said that multiple times. I think nothing's ever free in life.
So we're talking
So
about
that-
maybe just a few $1,000s more.
maybe. And so like I think California one's like 1% to 1.5% they charge to use the program. I think, and then FHA, people don't know that they charge 1.75 to use the program. The only difference people don't hear that because we can roll that fee into the loan.
So what other programs do we have here in Nevada?
If you're a teacher or veteran, there's programs for teachers.
Yeah.
There's a home is possible for teachers as well.
What do teachers get?
Let's see.
I can coach a basketball team. I'm serious. That's legit.
You can get an additional. Let me see here. Additional $7,500, usable for down payment or closing costs, forgivable after 5 years if you stay in the home, and then a below market interest rate.
How long do I have to be a teacher for?
Actually,
right.
Good question.
Can it be like right away?
All right, let me see here.
Or I'm sorry to throw this out.
So
at you, but-
so first you have to be a fully licensed full-time K-12 public school classroom teacher in Nevada. You have to work in Nevada.
What is classroom teacher? Is PE teacher not a classroom teacher?
I don't know.
That's tricky because I used to be PE. We're treated very differently. We're like we're the cooler ones, but we're outcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not a real teacher.
Yeah, we're not really. Yeah. But no, actually, PE teachers are real teachers.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have credential and everything. So I would assume.
It's like top flight PE teacher.
Yeah, and then you have to be a teacher. If you're a single teacher, like not married, your qualified income is maximum $105,000. If you're married, maximum income is $135,000, and then the maximum home price is higher than the regular ones, $726,000.
That's
$200.
awesome.
Whoa.
The cool thing is, dude, like the interest rate. It says interest rates below market, so you're already.
They're just really helping out teachers
Yeah.
out here and veterans. That's awesome because you don't have that in California.
No, actually, yeah, no, I really program that.
But
this is a cool program.
There was a time when I was trying to help out teachers and people in the medical field as well, nurses, doctors. So if anyone wanted to buy a home from me, I would give them 10% off. Like, I'll give them 10% back.
Nice. That's
You
nice
know?
of you.
Yeah, because we got to help each other, right? So,
One other cool thing for you teachers, you don't have to be a first-time home buyer for this
Whoa.
program.
Oh, you just got to be a teacher.
You just have to be a teacher.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's dope.
What other programs are there?
Oh, actually, it's only available through June 30th.
Oh,
So it's
I
going to
see.
expire next month for the
Wow.
teachers. Yeah.
How about the other one for regular folk?
That one doesn't have an expiration date.
Mm.
I think there's like a fund. So when it runs out, it runs out. But as of when I checked, like I checked 2 weeks ago because we were kind of researching.
Yeah.
It wasn't that popular yet. Because I don't think not a lot of people talk about it. I mean, this is the first time I heard of it when we started talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a lot of clients that have been hitting me up recently about all these programs and wanting to use it. Can anybody use them? Well, they're all first-time home buyers unless you're a teacher, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go into all these loopholes, like investors, things like that, or vacation homes. It's really complicated. Like, can a teacher buy, this to rent out?
No, it has to be
right?
all these everything.
Teacher's primary.
It has to be primary.
Okay,
That's
got
the main catch that doesn't change for any. If you're a teacher, regular person, it has to be a primary.
Is it smart to use these programs?
If you qualify, I mean, especially this program,
Yeah.
I would use it.
Yeah.
Because you can use it either to buy more house, right? 'Cause if you qualify and you have your down payment saved up already, you can just use this additional to buy more, put a bigger down payment.
I think there's different people in different situations.
every situation is
So I get a lot of clients who are like, I don't want to use the program because if I did sell the house, I don't want to give any money back to the government.
Yeah.
So I just rather have the full equity and not borrow any money.
It depends on the
But-
program, because I like this program. It's 7 years.
Right.
That's not too bad.
But if people don't have the money to buy a home and they use this and they did sell their home and had penalties because they sold within 7 years, you still make something, even though you got to pay back some. Some is better than nothing,
Yeah.
right? So if you made like 100K, but let's just say 40K goes back to the government, you still came out like 60K. Then you never would have had
Cost
that.
of doing business.
Yeah, exactly.
Explain one more time, like how you can stack.
So basically, say you already had, what was it, 21,000, right? Let's say you had 21,000 saved up for your down payment, right? And then you go to this program. Now you have $40,000 because they'll give you the 21,000, and then you have your own 21,000, right? And you could just put that as your bigger down payment, right? So your mortgage will go down. You can or buy more house basically.
So is it that the state will give you 4% assistance and then you can match another 4%?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Stack it.
That's pretty
But,
cool.
what do you mean by afford more house too?
Because
Because if you're capped at that 500,
so because now you can afford 520,000 because you have that additional 20,000.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let me check if there's what was the last thing you said?
If you can match it, or
If the
well, here's
if you can match, because I know there's certain percentage. As on the California one, the maximum is 10% additional. Let me double check that.
here's this question. With those programs, what is the minimum that you can put down on a home? So like for California, the minimum you can put down is 3%, and then
It's the
FHA is
same-
at 3.5.
It's the same thing, 3% for conventional and 3.5 for FHA.
Okay. So what your question I'm trying to answer, Justin, is how do you buy more house with that? So if you're trying to buy a home for 500,000 and your down payment was 3.5%, that's not much. What is that, like 12,000, 15,000,
Yeah,
something like that,
around
right? And so if you got the assistance, you can put a bigger down payment. So now you have 6 to 7% to put down. So you can qualify for a home that costs more, and you can put a down payment on that. So if you put a down payment of 3.5% on a 700K home, your monthly bills would be insane, like $4,000 to $5,000 a month, right? You can't afford that. Like no one can afford $4,000 to $5,000 a month. That's a lot. You shouldn't do that, unless you're balling. So when you have someone help you with the down payment on a 700K home, like it'll be cheaper for you monthly.
what I'm trying to say is isn't the loan capped at like 500,000?
So yeah, I was
The
double check-
loan, but not the purchase price.
No, that's the purchase price.
Oh, so
So-
you guys gotta be all messed up.
Yeah, the
here.
purchase price. But then I'm looking at it now. I'm looking deep into the guidelines. It's actually by county. So the income limits and the purchase limit by county. So let's say Clark County.
Isn't that like 80,000, 90,000?
Yeah. So Clark County maximum home price is 349,000.
Yeah.
349.
And then maximum household income for two people or less is 84.
Yeah.
So you can only buy a $349,000 home.
And that's purchase price limit
Oh my
for this
gosh.
program. So yeah, that's kind of holds it back a little bit.
The good thing is that there are a lot of those homes in Summerlin and Henderson in the 350 range. 3-bed, 2 baths, 1,100 square feet, 1,300 square feet sometimes with a nice backyard. So it's possible, but they are in areas where a lot of people who are moving here are not looking. So it'd be hard. I think this is more for locals.
Yeah, so they put the headline as, cost less than 540. That's basically the federal limit. But then when you go deeper into it, then it has the county.
I
Yeah.
see. Because I was like, damn, that's kind of good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dang, 350,000, but at least you still get help. So
You still get help.
What it's telling us is that the people who really need to buy a home, those are the ones that they're helping.
They're targeting those areas.
Yeah.
Correct.
Not like California where it's like we'll give you $100K and you can buy whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
crazy.
man, that's just too much. They're not really they're just helping anybody.
Yeah.
You know, but Vegas is really helping out the ones who are needing it.
Do you think that's why you also see an influx of people buying out there?
Yes.
in LA.
Yeah.
It sparked their
like-
minds.
It sparked a lot. It sparked a lot of people like they didn't think they could. I was like, oh wow, I can do it now. And then it keeps their mind. It keeps them gets them into market basically.
So is that kind of like I guess diluting the idea of how the market is right now? Because if people are only moving because they have the access to this money.
No. So, yes and no. A lot of people came out of the sidelines to buy homes because of the programs that came out to get free money.
Yeah.
But then the free money programs ran out in like a week and a half.
Yep.
And so everyone was like, oh, it's too good to be true. I knew it. Now I can't get the down payment assistance. But people are like, I don't care. I still want to buy a home.
Now that
I'm ready.
a lot
I've
of
been
them now
waiting.
they actually like I was telling you, get actual numbers because now they went through the process. Now I can give them an actual. This is how much a house you can buy. Now they're like I can do it now, and they,
Yeah, it got people to the idea of like how much is it going to cost, and then when you can't get the program, here's the real numbers,
Yep.
and like because I have the real numbers, I think I feel more ready
yeah.
because it's not so bad.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's not bad, and then or somewhere okay,
It just opened the
like
mind.
a reality check.
Junbi matcha serves high quality matcha straight from the farms in Japan. The matcha leaves are hand picked by farmers to create the purest form of matcha straight to your cup. They currently have 5 locations around the U.S., 2 of them being in the LA area, which is Rolling Heights and Westwood, 1 in Princeton, New Jersey, 1 in Dallas, Texas, and their newest location on the Waikiki Beach in Honolulu, Hawaii. If you don't have a Junbi near you, you can always purchase their matcha tins or pre-made packs. The most popular are the blueberry matcha and the vanilla matcha. You can just mix it with water and you'll have the same great tasting Junbi teas at the comfort of your own home. I have noticed almost every single home in Vegas is massive.
Yeah.
Why?
I think back then it just started a trend of like we've had so much land and all that stuff, so
Just build.
Just build.
But if the houses are so big, why are the yards so small?
That's only like recent.
Right? Like why?
Well,
I think that's just a recent
Capitalizing
everything.
money?
Yeah, more is
Yeah.
more house.
they're trying to make more money on the land, I guess. But like back then, houses had
Huge yards.
huge yards.
You think those cost more now? Like in terms of these new builds?
For sure.
Yeah.
I think same thing in Cal.
I think those houses like they're on a half acre or whatever.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, and they're like in the mills.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. Even though they're older homes.
Yeah, I want that big backyard. Yeah.
Big backyard is dope because then you can add more structures.
You can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I noticed that I think like as you go out a little bit, the houses tend to have bigger yards. It's not so like clustered.
If you had a big yard, what would you do to your yard?
Oh, I would put a BMX track in there.
Oh, that's tight.
Some ramps. Yeah, I'm that kind of person.
I would put a lazy river pool.
Really?
I want a lazy river. Like I said, I wanted to move to Hawaii, and I just want to relax in a tube and let the water flow me around.
Yeah.
Like I want a legit lazy river like the hotels.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like doing stuff. So like having like some dirt bikes or something.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's because you're 10 years younger than us, man. I'm tired. I just want to relax.
No, I feel like I'm going to be doing that stuff forever. Yeah.
I want to pull in a hockey rink, so
You want a hockey rink?
I'm always gonna play hockey.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Indoor hockey rink. I do want an indoor basketball. That'd be dope.
See?
Yeah.
There you go. So I don't have to go.
But
Out.
who are you gonna play with in an indoor hockey rink?
Bring my friends over.
Or is it like a half rink?
Half range, so I can just get better. Make it to the pros. I'm just like,
Yeah, man. Making the pros, you better let us go
no,
there.
just have it,
Give us free tickets.
to have fun, and then have people come over and just play.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an Asian hockey player?
There is. There's a lot of half Asian hockey players.
Is
But
there
not-
full
now,
Asian?
Now they're somewhat full Asian.
Like
hockey
who?
players. I think there was a name last. I don't remember the last name. I think they play for the Stars or something, or Colorado.
What is he?
Chinese?
Oh, for reals?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, I'm the only Chinese person here. I'm proud.
What
So-
is it? It's a lot.
Do you think like 2-story homes are enough?
I do think
terms-
2-story homes are enough because coming out to Vegas, I've seen 3-story homes. I'm like, what the hell do you need a 3-story home for?
Is it like 3
I like
stories?
three-story
Is it 3
homes.
stories like 3 stories house or 3? Because then in SoCal, it's 3 stories, but it's like townhome 3 stories. You know, it's small.
Oh,
They
yeah,
are
it's
like
like a-
townhomes.
Are they talking about 3
No,
stories, the
they're-
huge ones?
Yeah, there's a few huge ones.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah, there are
crazy.
Yeah.
mansions with 3 stories because they do have elevators in there.
Yeah, they're
Well,
kind of crazy.
That's for the rich. But I'm talking about like the normal
Normal, I
3
want-
story,
yeah,
but
normal.
even the normal ones feel kind of big.
like under
That's what she
3,000
said.
square feet.
Like I just saw one, maybe a few months back. It was like 4,000 square feet, and it was selling
That's
for
huge.
it was selling for 600,000.
What?
Where?
How many bedrooms?
I think it was 5 bedrooms.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
What
like
city though?
southwest, right,
Okay.
right next to I forgot what that community is called. I want to say Spanish Trails.
Spanish Trails, those are all like 2 mil up
Okay, then it's not Spanish Trails.
with the golf course.
It might be like before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So rich adjacent. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so like generally the houses feel kind of like older around there, but they're starting to have new builds, and those are the 3-story homes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so the one that I looked at was 4,000 square feet
Damn.
for 600,000. I think it was like 650.
What the hell do you need that for?
I mean that looks like fun.
What? What are you gonna do with that? I feel like I'm gonna be so separated from everyone.
Well, I've been in houses where it feels separated,
Yeah.
but this did a good, I guess, like there was a good layout where everything felt pretty good.
Is it like you got to cook your food in the kitchen on the 2nd story, and then you got to bring it to the 3rd story to go eat?
No, no, everything's in the same
electric
same
scooter.
floor.
Yeah.
I like it. I used to live in a 3-story home,
Yeah.
and
Damn,
I had
boy.
roommates. No,
That's a-
guess how much this 3-story home was back then?
Or talking back then, I don't know, like $800 a month.
No, it was 1,200.
Okay.
That's
But it was
still-
like, I want to say like 2,700 square feet.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, at 1250.
Damn. I wish I had. Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
and right now
Damn.
I looked it up. It's going for like 2,300.
Damn. That's still cheap, man.
Yeah, that is still cheep.
Holy man.
Not to me.
Yeah. No, in LA.
You should see LA prices.
No,
Yeah.
of course, yeah, it's stupid cheap. But yeah, this thing was like 650,000, 4,000 square feet. They had smaller ones. I think they were like almost 3,000 square feet, starting at like mid 4s.
Do you like 3-story homes more?
Not more. I just like I can conceptualize how I'm gonna use the house.
I mean, I guess you get more privacy if you like to have people over. You have more privacy to keep your bedrooms away, But I think 3 stories is too much. I like the 1 floor
You know
ranch
what?
style.
If I had 3 stories, on the very bottom, I would turn it into a gym and an office.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if you utilize it properly, it feels good to me. Whereas like a 1-story home, it just feels like everything's like out that way.
It's like a
Yeah.
maze.
It's like
Like a
whoa,
maze,
what
yeah.
the heck? Whereas this one, everything's like more compacted and we're close.
Makes sense.
But then I can go upstairs or downstairs for my like private stuff or whatever.
That makes sense.
If I was rich, on the bottom story, and I didn't need it for a business because who cares?
Just
I
rich.
already own other buildings. But downstairs, I would put a bowling alley, just like a 2-laner.
Yeah.
That's what I would want. That's what I would want inside my house is a bowling alley.
Mm-hmm.
I want a movie theater.
Movie theater. I mean,
For sure.
I figure if I have a bowling alley, I have a movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
What would you want inside your house if you're rich?
Rich.
Bougie.
Damn, I don't even know. I never thought about that.
Damn.
Inside my house?
Inside your house,
Mhm.
yeah.
Damn.
Like we're talking about what you could have in a mansion, but just your house.
Yeah. Because there's some people like in like the Midwest where the house is cheap. They have a huge house. They put like crazy ass rooms.
Bro, I probably have a shooting range.
Damn.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That
That
sounds
is
dangerous.
Okay, I changed my mind. I want a shooting range too.
That'd be sick.
Indoor shooting
Yeah,
range, right?
indoor.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
of course. Yeah.
Let's go outside.
No, that's
Nah.
dope, dude. Hey, don't people out here in the mountains just like shoot guns?
Yeah.
Like so
Yeah,
right
there's-
now there's we're surrounded by mountains, like you can just shoot.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
Yeah. There's certain areas that you can just go.
Like BLM land, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's not a gray area thing? It's really legal?
Yeah, you can go.
Because BLM is this Bureau of Land Management. They don't have really a lot of people to kind
As
of
long,
secure.
as long as like you're shooting into
You're not killing people.
a bankment or whatever you want to call it,
Right. Like a hill.
Ground,
yeah.
yeah.
And there's no other people like.
Mhm. In front of you.
I went shooting like that, and it's crazy because like we're shooting into this hill, and then you have people over here shooting to
Shooting
this
that
hill.
Yeah.
But then you'll hear like the ricochets going, and you're like, oh snap!
Was I with you that day?
No, I've never been shooting with you.
Oh, we never been shooting together?
No.
So I went shooting one time with our mutual friends,
Yeah.
and they brought along a bunch of cops. And man, cops have the most illegal guns in the world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're talking about, they had homemade silencers. Okay, they could have bought one, but that homemade silencer, okay, that they let me shoot, that was pretty cool. Wait, can I say that stuff?
We're not naming no names.
Okay, well, but I didn't shoot it.
You didn't shoot him.
So then they had like
You get a knock on your door.
they had a Glock that had like, I don't know how many bullets they put in there, how much ammo.
The ones that are legal over here, basically.
It felt like a banana clip on a Glock,
yeah.
and it was fully automatic.
Yeah.
So when you shoot it, it just goes straight up.
Yeah.
Not even pop, 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 pop. It's that's the sound that you hear. It's crazy. And these are just cops. Like, why do you need this stuff?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about California cops, where it's the strictest in gun laws in almost all the states.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun for them.
Well,
It's fun. It was really fun.
how do you feel about your house? Do you feel like it's a perfect balance of everything, or do you still feel like, or do you feel like it's too big? Do you,
That's what she said.
or not big enough?
I feel like this house is not big enough.
What?
Whoa.
So the house that I live in right
Nice
now
house.
is about 3,400 square feet. We got 4 bedrooms plus a den, right, for an office, and a loft as well. So there's a lot of space. But I got kids, so the kids each need their own room, right? And then we need a guest room because we live out of state. Then I need a room for like this. We got a podcast going on, or a studio to shoot stuff in, right? Then I actually need an office for an actual office with a desk and do computer work, and where the kids won't disturb me when I'm on phone calls. So I need a separate space. So I kind of need like 2 offices, right? Studio set and a real office. Then I need I don't need a movie theater that I have in my loft or a playroom, but the kids need a playroom to put all their crap and toys, right? Because or else it's gonna be all over the house, all up in your living room and your kitchen, and it's just too much. So they need their own space too. So I feel like I'm just missing one more room. To be realistic, is a separate office.
Yeah, because size-wise, to me, your house is like
perfect.
It's
perfect.
big.
Yeah.
I think my garage is small, so I have a 2.5 car garage. It's 2 car and a tandem, and so I use a tandem as a gym workout
Nice.
space.
That's nice.
But then I don't have storage space, so I kind of need a 3 to 4 car garage because I need to put a gym in one of the garages. I need storage in the other garage.
This is the baller life.
But then I also need more space because now I have opportunities to make more business.
Yeah.
I'm talking about business options. The more space you have, the more you can grow. And I would utilize all that space. Like I want to start, an apparel company, but I need space to get all that apparel from China.
Makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Where
A
am I going
warehouse,
to put
yeah.
it? I need a garage. Where am I going to do fulfillment from my garage? I need space.
So if your ultimate goal is to like chill and be happy, like does like going after more achieve that, or does it cause more stress?
I'm so tired and I have so much stress right now because I'm always trying to do too much.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do too much because I'm trying to get to where I'm comfortable. And I'm not comfortable yet.
I think we had that talk when we went to the beach.
Yeah. So, my wife tells me this all the time. She goes, "Why are you always doing too much? Why do you always want to make more money? We're happy with what we have."
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be more happy when we can go to a restaurant and you don't say, maybe we shouldn't buy this.
Yeah. I think we talked about this. I think that
But is that always going to be a thing?
No, that's why we want to get to that point. Like we talked about this one time ago. I don't think we. I want to be. I don't want to be wealthy, but I want to be wealthy enough where I'm always going to be cheap. Right, we're always going to look for the best sales. This is built on us. But I want to be wealthy where when we have to buy something, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to be like, let me check my bank and how my bank works.
Right.
You know.
So it's like right now when I go to the grocery market, I only buy asparagus when it's on sale. I don't buy it at regular price.
But let's say if you were making the same income that you made, and then I guess, that kind of cuts into your
Like
comfortability.
I would still be super Asian about it and be like, it's not on sale, I'm not gonna buy it. But the times that I need it, I'd be like, cool. I mean, we can afford it.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't have to
happy.
worry about it.
Yeah, but right now I am not buying asparagus at $4.99 a pound.
Yeah,
$2.99.
it's still gonna hurt a little bit. I want it to the point where it doesn't hurt. Like, let's go on vacation. Okay, let's go.
Right.
Right now, it's like let's make sure we have the budget. Right.
Yeah.
So
Like-
So what does that mean? Like, does that mean income to how much you spend ratio?
It is spending habits.
Yep.
You know, I want to live a comfortable life without anybody complaining about price. I'm not talking about a lavish
Lamborghini or anything.
style.
Yeah.
I don't need a
Yeah.
Lamborghini. I just want to be able to, like, if I want to buy a Camry, I could go buy a Camry.
Or go on vacation and go on vacation.
Like right now, like back then, so many families had 3 cars. The mom had a car, the dad had a car, and then they had a third car for the family.
Minivan.
Right? A minivan. I can't do that. It's just I have my car and Christina has hers. I want a minivan for the family. You know what I mean? But no one wants a minivan as their primary car.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to, just do that. I'm not saying like I want a Ferrari and Lamborghini and all this stuff. It'd be nice, but that's not what I'm aiming for.
So then, is there an income number that you kind of figured out, or?
I have not figured
No, I
that
haven't
out
figured that
because
It keeps increasing.
It keeps increasing, and so I just have to keep working harder.
I get what you're getting, because the same thing. I when I was making 50, I was like, all right, 100, be happy.
Yeah.
And once you hit it, it's like,
My wife says, "What number is gonna make you happy?" I'm like, "No number is gonna make me happy. It's just when
you get to that point where like, oh, I don't have to worry about.
we don't have to worry. When I can, if I want to take my kids to a private school and I have to worry,
Yeah.
that's when I'm okay.
Interesting.
Like right now, I can't afford to have 2 kids in private school, so they're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But the education system is so much better if they did go to it, and I wish we could afford.
You wouldn't homeschool your kids?
No, I'm too
It's
busy.
a lot of work,
I'm
man.
tired. It's hard, man.
It's hard.
I'll probably go crazy.
Really?
Hell yeah, dude. I think before
You
having
haven't taught kids. I taught at elementary school, man. Like,
yeah, how is
it's
it?
tough. It's tough.
Yeah, like
It's
before
tough.
having kids, I was like, I wish I can be the stay-at-home dad and never have to work.
Yeah,
I did it for like 3 months.
Well, even like hiring somebody to come over to your house
That costs a lot
That
of
costs money,
money.
dude. Yeah.
more than private school.
Mm-hmm.
It would be the same price, I would say.
See, homeschool teachers need to get paid more.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
I can tell you right
100%.
now.
This is the most popular matcha tin. It gives you the energy you need to prepare for your day without the crash, mainly because of its high quality. Make your own matcha at home with their daily ceremonial grade matcha. All you have to do is scoop, whisk, and enjoy. So, this matcha tin is 100% pure shade grown, finely milled matcha. It's sourced from a 100-year-old farm in Japan. It pairs deliciously with other ingredients, and it fuels you to prepare daringly for your adventures ahead. Yeah, you look like you're ready to DJ at Marquee.
Yeah, is that still happening, Marquis?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it still
Yeah,
is.
I had my bachelor party there
Oh,
when it
damn.
first opened, like a long time ago. That was the
Wow.
happening place.
I hate clubs in LA. I gotta tell you that. I hate it.
We're talking about Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas
we're talking
club.
about Vegas.
This is Vegas
Huh?
club.
What'd I say?
You said
LA?
LA, dude.
I hate clubs in Vegas.
They're
What?
expensive.
I really
Weren't
hate
you
clubs
just
in
at a
Vegas.
club?
Yeah,
I was just at a club.
Damn.
I
I see
think
you
I got-
turning up. You got faded as hell.
Yeah.
I just had one beer.
Damn.
Yeah, and you were faded.
I was just really tired because it was like 5 a.m. But and I think I got COVID from the club
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
because it was jam packed. Tiesto was DJing and it was like shoulder to shoulder, and we're at a table. It was just crazy, man. It was so packed. But I hate clubs in Vegas because the bouncers think they're all that. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, low key, they are. They're gonna kick you out.
So, do they have to power trip?
You know what I learned? So my sister, calling her out, she used to date this really rich guy. And when he went to Vegas here, you know what he did? He tipped every bouncer like $100.
And
Oh.
then
And
what did I do?
they were like super nice, like cut in line restrooms.
Yeah.
Like they just walked, like my sister had to use the restroom, walked her in, cut her in line, like no, like left everyone out away from our table. And you wanted to check, you just pointed to check, he'll bring them over. And like that's a damn.
That's who we got to party with.
Yeah.
He's got to pay for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta find some rich guy.
Yeah, no, like
because we're not the rich.
No,
Nope.
we're not really.
because anytime I
How
go to a
about the
club,
dollar?
you know, bouncer always staring at us, right? They're ready to kick you out if
Oh, yeah.
anything were to happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, the way you just stare at me all the time. I hate this feeling.
Yeah.
That's why I hate Vegas clubs.
But you
That's all.
tip them, they'll be nice to you.
I ain't gonna tip them.
That's why you,
I'm a normal person. Who's gonna tip a bouncer, dude?
maybe like maybe $5 and we'll give you the eye off of you. You know what I mean? It's $5. Don't look at me.
If it's a good day, I'm tipping the guy in the bathroom.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
A lot of times I don't because it's like, honestly, I can get my own paper towels, my own soap, dude. You know, but if I get some gum or something, yeah, I'll tip it. Or if
I'll
you're
leave
really
$1.
cool.
You know, he's hustling.
I mean, he's really
working.
nice. I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, he's working.
But there's times when I didn't have money and I'm like, I'm not gonna tip you, dude.
yeah, you don't have money. You
You
can't
know
do
what I
it.
mean? Like,
I
come
get it.
on, I'm trying to hustle too,
Yeah.
but I'm here partying.
All right. So today's topic.
Oh, we're recording. My bad.
Yeah, no. So today's episode, we are actually talking about why Vegas people or people in Vegas are not using down payment assistance programs.
Mhm.
Is it because they don't know about it, or what I'm seeing is people in Vegas are just locals are not buying homes?
Yeah. I mean, at least for me, when I heard you talking about the California programs,
Yeah, I kind of
I was
the
like,
idea.
yeah, I was like, do we have something like that in Vegas? So I didn't really know about it.
I don't think they promoted it too much because
Yeah.
I started looking because we do a business in Vegas and like I know all this about California. I need to know about Nevada. So when I looked it up, I was like, oh wow, they actually do. And there's some of these programs a lot better than California. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the last 10 people in Vegas that hit me up for a home or for a home in Vegas have not been locals. They're all out of state.
yeah,
Not one local has hit me up and said they wanted a house,
Mm.
which is weird. So it's like, you think if they knew about these down payment assistance programs, they would buy a home?
I
Or-
think it'll start getting thinking about it.
Or is it to them because now the prices are so expensive for a local that they're not even willing to pay for it?
Yeah.
They-
Locals don't really, at least from my experience, locals look at the housing prices and they're like, bruh, it's so expensive.
Right,
They
because
used
you're
to
like,
say, well,
oh my gosh, my 200K home is now 500. I don't want to buy another home,
Yeah.
right? I know a local that's like, I'm never moving because I have such a great monthly payment.
Yep.
For
Plus,
me,
like, yeah, if they sell their house right now, they're kind of have to like downgrade sometimes.
right? I mean, for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, 300K cash? I can get that right now. I'm selling. And then I'm going to use that and do something else with it. Maybe it's just the LA mentality or the hustle mentality.
different.
But like, what would you do with it?
Buy businesses, buy properties.
Make money with it.
Buy properties?
Yeah, I would buy more stuff.
But what if it's your only home?
So I would buy a home that I can afford and use the rest of the cash for a way to make income. So you don't
In the
have
market
to.
right now?
Yeah, you don't have to use. So if you had $300,000 cash,
You don't have to use.
you don't
all
have
of
to
it.
use all of it.
Yeah, but like a lot of people they do have a small house payment right now. So like when they buy another home, they
It'd
might.
be more expensive. Yeah, but the house payment that you had 10 and 20 years ago, yes, it's significantly smaller. But also your pay from 10 or 15 years ago or 20 years ago is way different. So now what you make from when you bought the house is way different. You can afford it now because one, you save so much money. Right?
I don't think most people think like that though.
Yeah, I think most people are just. Unless it depends where you're from, right? I think here they're more conservative about it, like kind of like savings.
Well, I'm just
Right, is that
thinking
right?
about the general person. The general person's I don't think is thinking like that. They're like, why would I? If I,
I
have a 12, like my parents, they have
Okay.
their mortgage is $1,000.
Damn, that's nice.
You know what I mean? So then now they're gonna sell that house for profit, but then go to another house, even if they bought a $300,000 apartment or something downgraded, their monthly payment's gonna be
I get what you're saying. Here's what I'm leaving out is that the only time someone pays for a bigger house and more monthly payments is because they outgrown their first house that they're living in. They've outgrown it, meaning that they had a family and they need more rooms, or now they're working from home and they need office space. That's when people will pay more because of the other people living with them. Now, if we're talking about oldies, old people who don't ever have to move and it's just them two, then yeah, it doesn't make sense for them to pay more for a different house. So those aren't even the same people I'm talking about because they don't even care about the money. They got the retirements, go in, retirement funds, all these other things. They don't need to cash out that 300K they just made, right? But someone who's got a growing family, they're like 300K, I'm cashing out, I'm going to buy a bigger home that I couldn't afford before, and now each one of my kids have their own rooms. That's the difference. Yeah.
Every situation is different.
So it's for a growing family for sure. Someone who's outgrown that home. So I guess my next question would be, Justin, you're a local here. Would you use the actual down payment assistance programs?
I still have to do more research on it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And then I hear
It's
all
catches.
I hear all the catches, and I'm like, oh, it's not. It's good for some people.
So let's play a scenario.
Yeah.
Let's say for you to save up, it would take you 2 years to buy a home. But if you can get it right now with a down payment assistance program, would you rather do that? Or would you rather keep busting your butt for the next 2 years? And then home prices are going to be insane in 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, like when you put it that way, it makes sense. But then I'm also thinking about the cons, I guess.
What is the con for you?
Being locked into a place.
But you don't have to be. You can just sell it and, you just get some of that money back.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that's the mentality that people get scared of. I'm locked in for, they see 30 years, right?
Well, it's not the years. It's like, okay, it's going to be locked into a $300,000 apartment or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, I want to buy a house, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like with $300,000, like we just spoke about on that one program, that's a condo,
right?
Like a 1-bedroom condo.
It's a stepping. It's a step, right? So
it's a stepping stone. So
stepping stone. Yeah.
I get it that you want to buy your home
right away.
If you can't afford your dream home, you got to start somewhere. So a lot of my clients, they're like, I'm going to save up for 2 years to buy my dream home. I'm like, well, to be honest, your dream home is never your forever home until you find your next dream home. So if you can't afford your 3-bedroom home with a pool that you've been dreaming of for the last 10 years, it's okay. Instead of working so hard and getting another job and then your wife has to get another job just to save up, why don't you just buy something you can afford now that you're comfortable with, because you don't need all these extra bedrooms, and get this condo for 2 years, live in it, and then when it increases, you can sell it, and now you have that down payment because you made money.
Profit.
By just sleeping in the home, not by getting 2 more jobs.
Yep.
Right? So that's a stepping stone where now I can buy that home with a pool and extra bedrooms that now I either deserve or need.
So basically, you don't want instant. Yeah, people want instant gratification, right? Like kids nowadays, YouTube or Netflix, right. No commercial, instant gratification. But sometimes it's good to just take steps and get there.
Isn't it kind of the same thing then?
No,
for example, if I get a little bit of money from that first stepping stone, and then that's 2 years down the line, right? All the other house prices are going to be the same. In those 2 years that I saved that, I don't know, what am I going to make, 40 grand or whatever?
Maybe more.
But it'll be double because then now you still have your savings, right?
So you have the money from your original down payment, and then you have the money that you made to combine into a really nice down payment.
A bigger down payment for a bigger house, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I get where you're coming from, the house price increase and all that, but
yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like, if you had the money right now, or like you're really trying to save up for that house that you and your girlfriend want, what do you need it for? Like right now, it's just you and her. You don't have kids. You don't have businesses that you run out of, from the house. So what do you need all this space for?
Well, I mean, I think with all the goals that we have,
Yeah.
I think the next few years things are gonna move pretty fast.
There you go. That's
So
the key. The next few years, but not right now.
no, but that makes sense because for me, I'd rather purchase something right now or in the next year or so because the next steps are
Coming.
kid. Yeah.
Right.
So then,
You want
like,
that foundation.
yeah, it's like building a foundation to have that instead of like, I guess the opposite. I mean, I'd rather just be more comfortable in that sense.
Yeah.
Than like, okay, we have a kid and then we're in an apartment, it's tight, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's not the way I want to do
Oh,
it.
of course not. That's when you outgrow the home and you sell because and you will make money when you sell by that time. When you have your kid or gonna have a kid, that's when people start looking for their next forever home. So everyone has a different situation, right? Your mentality is just like a lot of people, and I totally get that.
Mhm.
They want to buy the first home that's going to create memories and build a family,
You're thinking of the house you grew up in type of thing, right?
right?
Yeah.
Because
Well, also the house that I grew up in was a house.
yeah,
So that's kind of my stepping stone. It's like, I want to be there too,
yeah.
and then my parents,
But I
they
think
got
that
to enjoy it.
I think I was right there with you on
Same
my
thing.
first home too.
yeah,
I
I think
was
it's different now.
I was thinking like that when I first bought my home,
Mm.
But after now I'm on my third home, I'm like, man, I wish I just bought way earlier when I could afford it for what I needed and then just keep buying and
Building it.
selling, buying and selling. Because it was so much easier to just keep collecting that money.
Mm. Yeah. I mean,
Different mentality. It's different. Everyone has a different plan.
Yeah.
So
well, it's just like I like to learn all the routes that I can take.
Yeah.
yeah,
That way
that's
I can
smart.
see like what's going to be the best.
For you, yeah,
You know.
for sure.
Because even like trying to explain these things to like my girl or whatever, and she just doesn't understand, So it's like I'm trying to be the one that knows those routes,
Right.
so I can put us in the best position.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a good example of the buying the small and then growing.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a good family friend of ours, and they started with a condo in a little Santa Ana, so a little bit not as good area. Oh no, actually, it's a condo in Corona, and then they sold that and used that money to buy another condo, like a small house in Santa Ana, which is not a good area in Orange County. They lived there and they sold it. They only lived there 4 years, and they sold that. They made more money on that, and then bought another house in Fullerton, where I'm at, which is a nicer area, right? And when the house prices increased again, they made a lot of money, and then now they're living in a bigger house. They did steps, but what people don't think about is those years that you're moving and using that money to buy the new house, your income's increasing too. Right. So their careers were growing all those years and their incomes were growing. And now they have bigger down payments and income growth together. So now they can afford their dream house. Now they're in their dream house. 2 acres.
Yeah.
Dream house.
So again, that's like another question that I would have is if me and my girl can qualify for a $400,000-$500,000 home, do we go that route or do we try to? I guess it's just a numbers game at that point, right?
Whatever you can afford.
Yeah, it's whatever's comfortable to you and what
You have a budget too.
on your monthly.
Yeah.
Everyone's always thinking about, I want to buy a $500,000 home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is per month?
Yeah.
That's the key. You want to find out how much you can afford every month.
Afford or budget your budget. How much you
want to. That the answer is like the comfortable, right?
Yeah, you're comfortable. Because I have clients that are like, oh, this is how I'm comfortable with, but they can qualify for way more, right? And I have clients that go. We have clients that go all the way to max.
Yeah, there's people that qualify for $5,000 a month and they can afford it, but they're comfortable at like $2,500 a month
or $3,000 a month. And that's like
and they don't want to be able to stress and like if they lost their jobs, they're still okay, stuff like that. So the comfortable monthly budget is really what you're looking at.
And in summer, they don't care. They just want to go all out. So go fit max.
Yeah.
So it's all about how you your own situation.
This is the Matcha Whisk. It's electric. It's very convenient to use. The electric matcha whisk is a fun, easy way to make matcha in a flash when you don't have the time or the space to break out your entire set. So you can still enjoy smooth, frothy matcha in just seconds, no matter where you are. So this is the bamboo matcha whisk. It's the most traditional way to make your matcha every morning. It'll help elevate it. It's a ritual that they used to do, and this is a 100-prong traditional bamboo matcha whisk. And it's foldable, so you can take it on the go. Very easy to use. I actually love using this. It's just makes the whole experience that much better. And then this ladle is the way I use to actually get the serving size for the matcha. I get the right amount by using this ladle, put it into the bowl, and I start whisking away. And just like that, by adding some water, it's ready to drink. So visit one of the locations near you so you can get some matcha, try it out. And if you guys aren't near any of the locations, go to junbishop.com. You can use our promo code WINNING to get 10% off anything on the website. I think this is a great way for you guys to really try this instead of using anything else for caffeine, such as sodas, coffees, pre-workouts. This is very clean. I do this myself and I love it. This is a Vegas local. Do Vegas locals hate Californians?
Yes.
Wow.
Because you guys suck at driving.
What? No way.
I think I drive pretty well. I can maneuver around you guys like crazy now.
It's funny. I was laughing before we started because I usually fly here, but this trip I drove here in my truck. So it's funny. I have a California license plate. I'll see what reactions I get when I'm driving around town, especially out here because it's all locals out here. So
Yeah.
I actually I vibe with, Cali. I vibe with Vegas. The locals mainly complain about the traffic. They don't want to see more people come in, and then also the driving.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel more peaceful here.
What?
I'm more at peace living in Vegas than I was in LA.
Well, yeah, of course. But the people coming in,
making it more rowdier.
yeah, are making it more rowdier.
Like making
it
it
used to
LA.
be.
I'm not making it rowdy. I mean, if I go to the strip, I might be.
That's just what
but that's
some
a
locals
tourist.
are saying.
Are these your friends?
No.
Where are you getting these information from?
Bro, Facebook is crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what's Facebook group like? Locals hate California.
No, it's just I guess they're my friends or whatever, but they're just posting, these Californians and whatever, and I'm like, okay.
Watch, there's gonna be a picture
Well,
of my
it's
truck in
true.
there.
I mean, the way Justin makes fun of me on my slang and the way I
that
pronounce
too.
words,
People
they hate it, right?
Yeah, they hate it.
But I can't do anything about it. It's hard.
It's just like we grew up with. Even from New York, you got that New York accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they just look at you like crazy. Like, bro,
That's so
you better
weird.
fix the way you say that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Like Sahara. Like, what is that?
Sahara.
Sahara, yeah.
What'd you say, Durango or something?
Durango.
Sahara, Durango, Red Rook. No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my
It's Red
I said
Rock.
what I say. Red Canyon.
Red Canyon.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a catch-22.
Mhm.
People from Vegas hate Californians because of what we're doing to the city, right? And
Yeah.
we're disrupting them.
Yeah.
But they love that their home prices went up. And
Mhm.
who helped them with that?
Californians.
Who's
Yeah.
buying those homes?
Yeah.
Who's got the money to buy those homes?
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I
So-
definitely think it's a love-hate thing because they're seeing the city grow.
Yeah, like there's more things around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do any of them comment on Facebook like, "Hey guys, I love Californians because my home price now costs $700K.
No.
They made me $500,000."
No. But
See?
they do say oh man, these house prices are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy a home. I'm gonna sit in my home.
Oh, now they're blaming Californians.
Yeah.
They blame us for everything. Oregon, everyone.
So they don't even. That's how rich people are in Vegas, man. They don't even care about making money. They just have it, and they don't need to spend it.
Well, I don't know about if it's rich. They just got in at a good time, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When there was nothing here.
Yeah.
So I remember back in the days that the 15, all those houses there. That was it.
Yeah. It's just they got in and they were chilling, and now
Yeah.
you guys came through and messed everything up.
Yeah,
No, I'm
because
just kidding.
I'm not just trying to buy my own home. I'm trying to buy 10 other homes too,
And
and I'm gonna mess it up even more.
Yeah. It's turning like party Airbnbs.
I've always wondered that. Why not just one home?
Because
Just chill.
You want to invest. You want to grow wealth.
I want to be able to invest for my kids'
Mm-hmm.
opportunities too, not by giving them stuff, But
So they sell everything off and buy a Bugatti.
no, yeah, I wish.
Hopefully we teach them better. Yeah.
I definitely want to get to that level. But what I meant is like if I lived in California or anywhere I lived in the world, okay, private school is very expensive, right?
Yeah.
But if I bought one property that can take care of one kid's private school
Mm-hmm.
tuition, buy a second property to take care of the next person's tuition, buy another property that will take care of all of our cars, buy another property that will take care of our vacations, another property that will take care of our primary home, like everyone's taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. I want to be able to sell a home, cash it out, and pay off my parents' mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
and then do that for the in-laws. And then even though I don't really talk to my brothers, I still want to be able to do that to them. Like I want to be able to take care of everybody, and the only way to do that is, to me, I think, is real estate
Mm.
because I've tried other businesses and it's hard.
Real estate is like classic, and then I believe in it too. Yeah.
Is real estate like how you just said? Businesses are hard. Is real estate hard?
I definitely think real estate is hard because it's hard to qualify for so many homes.
Yeah, it's not
You
as easy
know,
like before
It's easy to get one, but after that, it's definitely difficult.
nowadays.
And then so you got to find partners, and that's really hard.
So when money involved, you have to get people that like you really trust.
Yeah.
Like,
But once you can get those homes, it's smooth sailing because you're not grinding every day like you are in a business.
Mm.
it's just like
Yeah.
passive income, right? And like one of my clients, they bought a 4-unit apartment when they first had their kid, and the sole purpose of that was when she went to college, they want to sell it and pay for her college.
Mm.
That was the whole purpose of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but then they ended up making money, and then she got a scholarship. Now they have a property, and they can sell anytime to buy a vacation home or
Right.
retire.
Like right now, if my kids were 18 and they want to go to an Ivy League college, I can't afford that. But I make enough money for them to not even get any kind of grants or financial aid.
Mhm.
So we're in the middle and it sucks. But if I had properties that could pay for their school and tuitions,
Mhm.
dude,
Sell one and there
yeah,
you go,
I got to
just
set it up somehow.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we kind of talked about this in the other episode, but like, why do you think locals aren't buying right now?
Because it's like you said, it's too expensive for them, So a lot of them are actually moving out of state,
Mm.
right? So like,
Yeah, actually, I've been seeing a lot of locals or people that I knew that were born
Yeah.
and raised here moving to like Texas.
Oh wow.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like, why do you think they're moving to Texas?
because everybody from California is coming here.
But everyone in California is going to Texas.
Oh, really?
Everyone's going to Texas.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to Texas.
I don't know why though. Like, the prices are the same
Yeah.
as Vegas.
It's this income tax, but their property taxes are high.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
true,
the
yeah,
property tax is
Like crazy.
ridiculous.
So like people don't think about that. Like, well, you don't have income tax, but your property tax are high. I think your car registration is high. Like they make some money somewhere else.
So when I was moving to Vegas, we looked at Texas, a lot of major cities in Texas. We were looking at Hawaii. We looked out of the country, and we tried to figure out where do we want to move to. Texas was a top option for us, but when I found out the property tax was like for a 400K home, it was almost like $1 million type of property tax. Like I was like, man, I feel like they're stealing from me. I don't even want to move there after that, and then have to deal with hurricanes, tornadoes, and all that stuff. Like that's just too much. So that's why
Oh.
we didn't move to Texas.
I have a question. It's probably a dumb one, but
No question is dumb.
As the value of your house increases, do you pay more in property taxes?
Yes. So you'll get an adjustment every year.
I think it depends on the county. It's a reassessment.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I
They
mean,
work-
give or take. So if you were to add value to your home, you'll get an instant change in your payments. So let's say you built another room, add additional square footage, then once they get those permits in, they're going to calculate it and they'll reassess your value of the home, and now you have higher property tax.
Damn, so you gotta factor that in.
Yeah, there were laws before that protected people. Like in California, people that bought houses a long time ago, and they still kept the same tax. So, and then I think there was a law they were fighting that they were trying to increase those taxes, right? And they were like all up in arms about it. So, because this county always wants
That's
to make
kind of
money.
annoying.
The taxes, man. They're not gonna get away with taxes.
That's why everyone's moving to these no income, no state income tax states.
Yeah.
Right? So Texas is another one. So that's why everyone is moving to Texas. So I have a lot of clients, or not a lot of clients, but a lot of people that I spoke to in Vegas when they ask me that they want to, they're like, hey, do you want to help sell my house? And I always ask them, like, where are you moving to? But no one is moving to California.
Yeah.
They are moving to New York, Texas, Florida. There are a handful that move to California, but they're older and they're like, I just want to be with my kids.
Mm.
And that's what they're doing. All right. So I got another question for you, Justin, Mr. Local.
Mm-hmm.
Where is every locals person dream city to live in?
From what I remember, it's for sure changed now.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly where it would be, but back then it was probably Henderson.
Yes. I do have a lot of people that told me before, they're like, Henderson is the nicest. That's where you want to move to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the goal for a lot of people. Now, I think things are pretty even. There's a lot of good communities everywhere. So I think now it really just depends on your goal. Like, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live?
Yeah.
Whereas back then it was like, if you were in Henderson, you made it,
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. It is a balling area. If if you were to move out of state, Justin, where would you want to move to?
California.
He's putting some real thought into
Yeah,
this.
that'll be a quick answer.
Yeah, I mean, for me and who I am,
Mm-hmm.
probably California.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
How about
But
you?
like,
Oh, sorry.
no, but like, when it comes down to like policies and taxes and stuff, I would not go there.
Yeah.
But
But
as
that's
far
your
as-
first choice. It's California.
Yeah, I think I'm a like city kind of person, but I also, because I'm into like the arts and all those things, I like to be around those areas.
Man, you're a fake local. You're like a spy.
Oh,
You do act like you're from California.
okay. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, he has an LA hat on,
Hey,
Oh
Yeah,
my
look
gosh,
at
that's
that.
true. Oh my gosh. All right. So how about you? Where would you want to live?
I'm staying in California, man.
But if you had to move out of state,
I had to?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want to move. I'll do everything I can to stay in California.
wow.
ride or die.
Okay.
Ride or die.
I am not living in my dream state. Even though I just moved from California to Vegas, this is not my dream state.
What is?
Hawaii.
Mm.
Because at your end goal is to have a happy life, stress-free, and Hawaii gives that to me. But I don't know because I'm not a local there. I just go there as a tourist,
Mhm.
But I would love to just be stress-free.
I love Hawaii. However, I think knowing me, I'm always I go to Vegas every month, right? I always have to move. I think I'll get island fever. Like I'd just be stuck in that island.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be able to. Maybe I have a vacation
Vegas.
home there.
Vegas kind of gives you that a little bit.
What the?
Where you're stuck?
Yeah, where you're stuck.
Really?
Yeah, because at least for me, maybe it's all the mountains and it's just this,
yeah,
like the city. You feel like you're in a fishbowl
Yeah.
almost. And that's why I like Cali. There's like so many things to go and
Mhm.
explore, and not to say that there isn't a lot to explore here, but it's just like endless almost.
Yeah, like in Cali, you can go surfing in the morning, go snowboarding during lunch, and
Yeah.
then go to the desert at night.
Yeah.
So,
That's dope. All right, guys. I don't know why Vegas people really hate Californians. I don't see it from all the things Justin
we love
saying.
Vegas.
Yeah, California loves Vegas.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't hate California.
Yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Thank you for tuning in on The Next Win. And we'll catch you on the next episodes. Please drop a comment on the YouTube channel if you guys haven't subscribed. And also, please follow our Instagram and let us know what else you guys want us to talk about. So until next time, peace out. All right, guys. So head over to thejumbishop.com and you can get 10% off anything on the website by using our promo code WINNING.